This is one that's gaining a little bit of popularity right now. It's been around for a long time. During like lockdown days, a lot of people were doing like a 2-leg variation of this in their Smith machine at home, or their rack at home, whatever they had. We're going to be doing this single leg variation, just find it a lot more beneficial. So it's a single leg deadlift or single leg RDL over the bar. We're doing this in the Smith machine, but you can also do it in the rack. To start off with, what you want to be doing is making sure that the height of your Smith machine or bar is around about hip height. So for Mel, and based on this machine as well, we've basically got the bar set up to a height close enough that we need, but we've also obviously got our foot on a plate as well, just to make sure that height's right. So you've just got to adjust this according to your hip height really, and the design of your Smith machine. So we're going to be doing a single leg variation of the RDL. We're going to be using a contralateral variation. So a contralateral variation basically means the dumbbell is in the opposite hand to the foot or the leg that's working. You can also do this on the same side. The reason why we might do it on the opposite side versus the same side is on the same side, it can often feel a lot more unstable. That center of mass is a lot kind of closer, whereas we get a lot more stability by using that opposite leg. But if you prefer it the other way around, that's fine. All right, so let's go straight into the exercise. So single leg, the opposite leg to the hand with the dumbbell is working. So think of this as a bit of a hybrid between like a single leg back extension and a hip thrust at the same time. So you're pressing your hip up against that bar. So when you get to the top, Mel, just kind of keep that upper back a little bit rounded and drive your glute into that bar. That's it. So you get as much range of motion as you can over the bar, and then at the top, driving your hip up against that, almost like a hip thrust, really contracting that glute at the top. What you can do as well, so Mel, if you take a very tiny step back with that foot, so you're leaning a little bit more forwards into it. So this might not be ideal for Mel just because of the height on the bar, but we're gonna see if we can kind of get a little bit better contraction at the top because we're leaning slightly forwards. That's a little bit better, yeah. So in an ideal world, I'd probably say we want this bar maybe like 2-3 centimeters lower, and it's gonna feel a little bit better for Mel. But as I said, we're just kind of making do today with this. If we had a little bit more time for filming, then I'd probably put like a smaller bumper plate maybe, just to elevate her a little bit. But as I said, look, great exercise. It's one where, look, it's not gonna work well for everyone. With odd person, it might work really well. I advise you just to give it a try. I wouldn't use it as one of your primary like meat and potatoes exercises. This is more like an assistance, tertiary kind of secondary exercise to get a good pump in your glutes. So we've got single leg supported variation here, the bar, really great exercise. Give it a go, let us know how you get along.